head coach.
So in a perfect world, or who I think they will hire?
No, you are the athletics director at each of these schools as they become available, and the guy you want to hire, and there are no strings attached. Like, you can just go get who you want.
All right.
I don't know that it's the most logical way to go through this exercise, but it could be fun. LSU, you can go get anybody you want. Who you getting? I mean,
Lincoln Riley.
Within, like, you can't go get Nick Saban.
Of course.
I mean,
right.
Sure.
Like somebody that will be on their list, I guess.
All right, so Lincoln Riley at LSU.
That offense, that system with the ability to get SEC players on defense, or at least you would hope. Yeah.
All right, part two of the question. Percentage chance that LSU can actually get Lincoln Riley.
1/3, 33.33%.
Okay. Southern Cal.
Luke Fickell.
Ooh. Chance they can get him.
Oh, high. I would have a feeling if they made a real run at him, they could get him, if that's the direction they would go. The more I see James Franklin's name pop up there, the more surprised I am. I know winning 9 games in consecutive years at Vanderbilt is basically miracle work, but what have you done since?
Yeah, if I were an AD, I would not, newsflash, if I were an AD, I would not hire James Franklin, but that's just me. I actually think he'd be a pretty good fit at Southern Cal, but who knows? There is some thought that Luke Fickell's pretty happy and doesn't want to leave the Midwest.
And he is about to, his job's about to become a Power 5 job.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Virginia Tech.
That's a good one.
Good job, good question.
Dave Clawson.
Ooh, I like that.
It's a realistic option. He's already winning a heck of a lot more than you in your conference. And you've got more resources, more fan support, more money to give him.
You okay with him being boring? I mean,
yeah,
they've kind of had boring head coaches at Virginia Tech, haven't they? I mean, Frank Beamer was boring-ish.
Right. You know what's not boring, though?
Winning
football games.
Winning football games. I can't believe I'm going to do this. Now that you've seen it, and there's been a little bit of time, is there any scenario where Virginia Tech goes, hey, Shane Beamer, it's time to come home, bud?
Oh, I have no doubt they're going to try.
You think?
I believe, they'll at least make a phone call, right? I'm sure there are some boosters that want them to make a phone call.
I would think that would be a whole lot more palatable for Virginia Tech fans today than it was 6 years ago.
Oh, for sure. He's done a really good job.
They were scared to death that they were going to hand it off to him 6 years ago.
Yeah. He's done a really good job there. He gave the denial that every coach gives today. His seemed genuine, though. The problem that South Carolina has, if they want this to go away, they've got to pay him more. And far be it for me to say that a guy that's making $2 million a year should get paid more, because I would love to make $2 million a year. He gets paid less than their women's basketball coach right now. Fact. Dawn Staley got a raise before this season began that brought her ahead of Shane Beamer. They've got to fix that.
This says $2.75 million.
Look at,
and she's up over $3 million now, isn't she?
Yep.
Yeah.
They've got to fix that, because I think South Carolina's a better job than that of Virginia Tech. And people like Danny Cannell today were talking, well, it's easier to win at Virginia Tech. Well, if it's so easy, why don't they do it? They're both not exactly easy places to win. But South Carolina's got to financially commit to Shane Beamer if they want to avoid him bouncing after a year, I think.
TCU. Who are you hiring?
Oh, that's a good question. Not Dion. With all due respect to Coach Prime.
You okay with going to get Sonny Dykes?
Sonny Dykes would be a great choice. Jamie Chadwell should get a look from either Virginia Tech. I guess he's not in the mix at TCU, but at some point you got to look at a guy like that.
What about Hugh Freeze? whether it's TCU or Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech seems more likely.
University of Washington. Joe Moorhead's name popping up. Offensive coordinator at Oregon, former head coach at Mississippi State.
Kalani Sitake, if you can get him. Apparently there's some thought about Justin Wilcox. After what has happened locally with COVID and his team and not being able to play anymore. Remember, he used to be a DC there. If I were him, I'd want out of Cal. So I'd put my name in the hat up there, if nothing else. Not that it's much better in Seattle, but still.
If I were Justin Wilcox and had been training at Baptist Seminary prior to getting in the coaching profession, and BYU offered me the job, I'd take it.